Welcome to Kharis tutorials. I'm Simeon Grace and I'll be showing you my dress in this tutorial with two different fabrics, which are my main fabric and the veil net. Our measurements remains the same. We have the underbust length, the full length, shoulder measurement, the sleeve length, round sleeve, bust circumference, underbust circumference, waist circumference, and the hip circumference measurement. Just in case you have a style you like me to make, you can just drop that in the comment section. And if this is your first time on this channel, kindly click the subscribe and the bell button to get notified each time I upload a new video. So quickly, let's move to the cutting table. Welcome back. First, I'm going to start on the front and I'll be folding my fabric using the highest circumference measurement. That's the hip plus 4 divided by 4. That is the same thing as your hip measurement divided by 4 plus 1 inch. 1 inch because I won't be using any lining in this dress and because it's a bit stretchy. So to fold my fabric, I have the hip plus 4 divided by 4 inches, and I added extra 1. That's because it's going to have front slits, so there's a way I'm going to fold it. I added extra 1 inch. My hip plus 4 divided by 4 is 10, so I added extra 1 inch to the folding to make it 11 inches. And I have the length of the dress. The length is 40 inches. I'm still going to add my yoke, so for that reason I'm subtracting 5 inches. Now here is my 5 inches, so that the full measurement starts from there. I have the full measurement of 40 inches and I added extra 2 inches to the length to make it 42 inches. So I'm just going to start with the rest of the continue with the rest of the measurements. Here I have my 8.5. I'm still maintaining my -5 here, so I have my 8.5 inches constant for the armhole, and I have the underbust length of 12 inches. So first, the 1 inch extra we added, I need to mark it out so that when I'm taking my measurements, it's more like I'm just going to hide it. Okay, so I'll just go ahead and hide the extra 1 inch I added first, so we can continue with the normal measurements. Right, so we have the shoulder divided by 2, that is 7 inches. I have my 7 inches. This is my 8.5, so I have the bust plus 4 divided by 4. Then this is my 12 inches, which is underbust length, and below it I have the underbust circumference measurement plus 4 divided by 4. You can get the distance between the underbust circumference to the waist circumference measurement. Mine is 6 inches, so I have the waist circumference measurement plus 4 divided by 4. You can as well get the distance between the waist and the hip. Mine is 7 inches, so I have my hip circumference measurement plus 4 divided by 4, which is 10 inches. Now at the base, I'm going to pencil it, so I'm subtracting 1 inch from the hip measurement. Hip here is 10 inches, so -1 because I want it pencil at the base, so I have 9 inches here. If you want yours straight, you can just continue with the 10 inches to the end. So what I'm going to do is to connect this point so we can cut it out. You can just sketch out the armhole like this. Then from the bust to the underbust circumference, then to the waist, so the hip, from the hip to the base of the dress, just like so. So I'll be tracing this out, then we'll cut the back. Now to cut the back, still folding my 1 inch for the front, the 1 inch is still folded, I placed the front on the back and I added extra 1.5 inches, which is going to serve as a zipper allowance. So I'm going to trace out the shape from the side. And I'm going to slit the back. Alright, still working on the front. I'm going to unfold the 1 inch, and now I'm going to bring out my princess dart. Remember, we added extra 1 inch, so for that reason my normal dart measurement ought to be 4 inches, but now I'm going to make it 5 inches. That's the normal dart measurement, except for medium size. For my size now, I'll be using 3.5 inches for my dart. So plus my extra 1 inch is going to be 4.5 inches. So if your dart, you can use your nipple to nipple measurement to determine that. So for me, that's for my size, I'll be using 3.5 inches for the dart plus the extra 1 inch we added here, making 4.5 inches. So I'm going to measure the 4.5 inches all the way this is my nipple point, remember. So the 4.5 continues to the nipple points, and on the armhole, since we have -5 inches here, so I'm just going to take it from that very edge and I'm going to connect my armhole like so, my princess dart, sorry, like this to the base. So I'll be tracing it out and I'll cut. If you want your princess dart on both front and back, you can just place it this way, just like this, and you can just cut. Okay, so I'm going to leave this part because we are still working on the fronts. Now on the front here, this is what I have. I need this part. I need to slant this part of my dress. That's why I'm bringing it to the front part so we can see properly. Whichever side you want to slant, we subtracted 5 inches. So the more you want this part to come down, you can just take the measurement on your body. I'll be using 7 inches. I don't know if you can see with a chalk, but what I measured here is just 7 inches. I'm taking off 7 inches. So I'm going to slant from the 7 inches to this very edge of my fabric. So from my 7 inches here to the edge of this fabric, I would have used the other side, but I don't want us to mix it up, so we can have a clearer vision of how it's going to look like. So I'll be tracing this part. I'll be tracing it out of my dress just like this. So you can see it's a bit slant, so that is how I want the front. In case you want your slant to the right side of your dress, you just go the other way around. So let's continue with we're going to continue with the yoke part of our dress. To cut out the yoke, here is my veil net. You can use any material of your choice, lace fabric or plain net. Here I have I'm going to maintain 7 inches. Remember, we slanted the part here, we slant like 5 and 7 inches, so I'm still going to maintain that 7. The veil net here is the full length is 7.5 inches, so more like I'm going to use the half an inch for my sewing. So from this edge of my fabric now, I have the length of 7 inches. That's where I'll be cutting the veil net from. As well, I have my shoulder divided by 2, which is 7 inches. So I'm going to maintain that to this point of my armhole, just like this. So I will be cutting this out before tracing out the neck. This is the front. You have to make sure the edges, that's the edge of your yoke material and that of the main material, aligns on the folded part. As you can see, this is what I have now. So I'll be placing this to cut the back. To the back, I'll add just 1 inch for folding. So all I have here is place the front to cut the back plus 1 inch. I added 1 inch allowance to the back. But remember, the length of the back is 5 inches. We subtracted 5 inches from the main fabric, and we didn't tamper with the length, so I'm going to reduce this to my 5 inches. Except you just want to reduce the length, you can then go ahead with whatever measurements you plan to use. Okay, let me just leave this. I might have to change my mind. Now let's focus on the neck design. To cut the neck design, you can go ahead to cut the width and the depth measurements of your choice. I'll be using the depth for the front. I'll be using the depth of 3 inches and the width of 3 inches. You can reduce this measurement and go ahead with any measurement and shape of your choice. So this is going to be a round neck, more like a U neck. That's for the front. Remember to slant with 1 inch. This is 1 inch, so I'm going to slant from this neck point, that's the width of 2.5. I'll slant to meet my 1 inch, just like this. The front neck first. And the back depth, I'll be using 1 inch. I'm still going to fold a piece of fabric to form like a cape, but a slant shape. In the next tutorial, which is going to be the sewing, you get to know how to do that. So this, I guess this is the end of the cutting, and the rest will be done in the sewing tutorial. I still remain Simeon Grace. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if this is your first time, and also share, like, until I see you next class.